over the course of the first month, it looks like 4.7 million accounts have been taken down by, by social media platforms.
Yeah, the headlines are impressive. Just last month, Australia effectively banned social media accounts for kids under the age of 16, and already a huge impact. The debate over that ban has been fierce, pitting parents and child safety advocates against big tech and privacy groups. Dane Whitbeck is the CEO of Pinwheel. It's a smartphone designed to be safe for kids. And he says ultimately in Australia, the sheer volume of research highlighting potential risks of social media access on kids won out, from inappropriate content to cyberbullying to worries over mental health.
Of course, the government feels that there's a public health issue here that they can address and help to protect children. And so they're taking that step in Australia. And so far, it seems like the platforms are more capable of deleting and identifying some of these accounts than maybe they would like to let on.
Now, that last part might be the big sticking point here in the U.S., the reason that popular bipartisan efforts like KOSA, the Kids Online Safety Act, haven't passed. Big tech companies have spent millions arguing against efforts to legislate their platforms. And then there's the debate over responsibility from those who say it should be a parent's job to police what their kids do online.
Why would we set this up as an either or? Because I think the smoking industry is a great example. I think alcohol is a great example. These products are things that adults enjoy and they have every right to enjoy. They have the freedom to enjoy, but we put age limits on them and we put restrictions on these companies.
Other countries have already said they'll follow Australia's lead. And in the U.S., polls show overwhelming support for these kinds of regulations from voters in both parties. So does that mean we'll soon see social media banned for kids here too? If so, at least one parent is all for it.
I think that's going to be well worth it for the public in the balance of things to protect children.
The big takeaway here, social media companies, app makers, big tech do not have your kids' best interests at heart typically.
No.
So just remember that when you are letting your kids have access, and maybe dial it back if you can.
Yeah, they're the product, right?
Yep.